This is a conversation that I've had with a lot of people in the past, and unfortunately for them, the advice that I had to give reached them when it was too late. So I'm making this video hoping that it reaches many of you before you've had the opportunity to make a very big, expensive mistake. These are the 3 things that everybody needs to know before going to an entertainment business school. The sad reality is that no one cares at all about your degree. No one. Nobody cares where you went to school, or if you went to school, or how good you or your parents think that school was, or how much money you spent, or if you got that degree piece of paper or not at all. Nobody cares. Now, don't hear me say that I don't feel that you need schooling or that you need to be taught or brought up to speed. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that if you're considering college because you think that going to college and getting a degree is going to yield you a better opportunity or a better pay outside of your schooling, the sad reality is that you're dead wrong, because you're going to leave school and nobody is going to care whether or not you have that piece of paper. Because if you're creative, if you're facilitating a creative role, or you're facilitating a technical role in a creative field, the truth is that there's nothing that college gets you that is going to yield you a benefit in the real world in this business, in your role. And all of the professionals who are currently doing what you want to do know this. I went to a very expensive school with a recording arts degree program, and everyone knew, every professional knew when I got out of college that I didn't know anything. It doesn't matter how much I spent. It doesn't matter how much I dug in. It didn't matter how much I thought I knew. My degree meant nothing. And it's the same for you. What really matters is, are you talented? Are you driven? Can you get the job done? Can you get it done well and get it done in time? Are you able to serve your clients well? And are you able to be positive throughout the day? Are you someone who's great to work with? And those are only things that are going to show themselves and solidify themselves in your market, in your town, through experience. And that experience is going to come from just hitting the ground or hitting the pavement and doing the work and seizing opportunity, improving yourself over and over and over again. Now, there's another thing that comes into play when it comes to the industry perception of schooling, and that's the next point I'm going to talk about. The number 2 reason why nobody cares about your degree at all is because every professional in your respective field knows that by the time you walk away for college, you're leaving with the least amount of necessary knowledge to perform the job. So if you're expecting to leave college and then be able to go out and perform the job for the degree that you went to school for, then you're sorely mistaken. If your parents are telling you that the thing to do is to graduate high school and go to college and then go get a job, that formula does not fit and does not work within the entertainment business. So parents, if you're listening, if you're watching this right now, you're gonna hate me for saying it, but don't give your kids that advice. It's bad advice. This is an industry that sadly you probably don't understand. It's unfamiliar waters, it's unfamiliar territory. Don't give the typical formulaic life advice, school advice for this industry. It just doesn't work that way. Now, I had a commercial room up in Franklin for about 3.5 years. And then I had my own overdub and mix room in a commercial facility for about 3.5 years, and that commercial facility saw a lot of college grads. It saw a lot of interns, and I got to speak and mentor a lot of them, probably over 100. And here's what I learned. It didn't matter where they went to school. It didn't matter how much they spent. Most of them came out with about the same amount of knowledge. So it didn't matter if they went to Full Sail or Crass or MTSU or SAE or Dark Horse Institute. It didn't matter where they went. They all came out with about the same amount of knowledge. And there was a lot of knowledge that wasn't there. There was a lot of things that we needed to teach them. They were not ready for prime time right out of college. They weren't ready to perform any job outside of college. And every industry professional knows this. Look, again, I'm not completely crapping on school. I'm not saying don't get schooled somehow. But what I am saying is if you're looking at going to a college for something in the entertainment business, understand that you are paying a lot of money for a crash course that is not going to advance your career. I went to Full Sail back in 2006, and I paid $45,000 for that degree. And you know what that degree got me? Well, I'd argue absolutely nothing. But what I did is I spent 2 years of my life and $45,000 in school to turn around and work at a studio unpaid for a year. And after that year, there wasn't even a job available for me to even try to interview for. That's what my degree got me. And that's what your degree will likely get you, is an opportunity to work for free. And that's just something that I can't recommend in 2019. Now, the third thing that everybody needs to know before they go to an entertainment business college, and this may be the only legitimate counter argument to the nobody cares about your degree argument, would be that if you want to do an internship or you need to do an internship, most states in the country require that you're getting college credit to do that. So the biggest thing that you need to assess is, one, do I need to do an internship? Is an internship really required for to build the skill set that I need to succeed in the industry? I did an internship for a year, unpaid, and I'm very grateful for that internship. I learned a lot. I learned more in my internship than I did in school, which is sad, but that also happens a lot in our industry. So from that standpoint, I'm a big fan. I'm a big supporter of internships. But here's what I'd say. Do the research and find out if that's really what you need. Talk to experts in your field and find out if that is the best path for you to move forward or to acquire your skill set or to become better, or see if there's another way. But I will say, if that is indeed the path that you need to take, if an internship is really the smartest, best path for you, figure out a way to get that college credit or to get that internship as affordably as you possibly can. Really, seriously, I don't care if it requires going to a cheap community college just to be able to get the opportunity to say, yeah, I can go do an internship and get college credit for it. Do this as affordably as humanly possible. Guys, I went to Full Sail in 2006. It cost me $45,000, but that's because I paid for my living expenses on cash. You want to know how much that same degree program is now? Guys, $78,000. That's before living expenses. That's before rent and putting food in your face and all the other things that you're going to need. Guys, by the time you're all said and done, that's probably a $90,000 to $100,000 degree program. If you're spending $100,000 on a degree program, you better become a surgeon or a vet or somebody making $180,000 a year, because you're gonna need to make that kind of money to pay back a $100,000 student loan. Guys, I'm telling you, if you go to an expensive entertainment school, no one is going to care. You're going to spend that money because you think it was what you needed to do, and you're gonna find out the harsh reality is that the industry doesn't care about it. They don't respect it. They're still going to assume that you don't know anything, and there's nothing that that piece of paper is going to do to progress your career. I'm not angry. I'm not jaded. Yes, I spent a lot for college, and I did pay that degree off, and that really sucked to do. But I'm not angry about it. What I'm trying to do is save the hordes of other people flooding into recording schools or film schools or songwriting schools or whatever it may be, racking up a mountain of debt just to find out that it's not benefiting them afterwards at all. And that's my 2 cents. I really want to thank you for taking your time with me. If you like this video, if you found value in it, please hit the like button. If you loved it and you're just in general liking the content on my page, please hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. If you have any questions, comments, leave that on the comment section below. Again, just thank you for taking your time with me today. I've got more content like this at CBarkerProductions.com. And if you sign up for my newsletter, then you're going to get my entertainment business survival guide, as well as regular email updates anytime I drop new content. So check that out. I'm Casey Barker, and we'll catch you on the next one.